Hello and welcome to Tangible Investments. So, before I go any further, I want to say I'm not a financial advisor, and any investment decisions you make based on anything I say is entirely down to you. So, what would I buy if I had £500 roughly to invest now? It's a good question. At the time of making this video, gold is doing very well, and part of the reason people want to get into gold is because historically it's going up in value. Okay, I don't think there's ever a bad time to get into gold. I wish I got into it earlier. So when I first got into gold, I knew nothing about anything, coins. I knew nothing, absolutely nothing, and I'm only scratching the surface now. I only have basic knowledge that I've accumulated over the years, and I basically decided that that for me, because I knew nothing, the best gold for me to invest in was a gold bar. But on hindsight, actually, I got a few of these, and I kind of realised there's a few drawbacks to owning a gold bar, and I should have looked a bit more carefully into it. And because part of the reason I got gold bars is because I didn't know anything about coins, and I was worried, what coin should I get? Is it going to get ripped off, and what use is a coin and all that? And we need to realise that if you're serious about collecting coins and having them as an asset, and you're going to put your hard-earned money into buying these things, you need to do a little bit of reading up on it. But what I would say is that there's nothing wrong with these gold bars. First of all, it's a totally legitimate investment. Very well-known company. Loads of companies make well-known mints make gold bars. Nothing wrong with it. It's just that I realised after a bit of reading up on the subject that it would have been better for me to buy a coin. And the reason for that is there's a number of reasons. Now seem obvious choices to me. I think when it comes to moving on your investment and liquidating it, there's no doubt that most people have heard of the sovereign. Okay, so this is if I can get it in focus here, a British gold sovereign. Okay, I think it's 2018. Okay, so it's pretty pants. Sorry. There we go. 2018 gold sovereign, and basically, I moved to gold sovereigns within a couple of months because basically three reasons. The first one being the historic appeal of these things. I mean, they've been around for hundreds of years. It's the coin. I feel it's the coin, a global coin of the world. I mean, everybody's heard of sovereigns, from pirates' tales, in treasure. People. The sovereign is you just cannot go wrong. And basically, that would be my choice, safe choice to you. If you know nothing, get yourself a sovereign. Okay, a British gold sovereign. One of the other reasons they're very easy to trade. Okay, it's just like I say, you're going to walk in. You buy 10 sovereigns today. In 10 years' time, you walk into any coin dealer, or you want to sell them online. People are going to know what a sovereign is. They know what to expect. They understand it. They know its value. It's got worldwide appeal. You won't have a trouble selling it. Whereas something like this, it requires possibly a bit more technical understanding, a bit more trust, maybe, that it can be verified. I just prefer the sovereign for the beginner, the absolute beginner. You don't own a single coin or anything gold at all. And the other bonus is obviously they're tax exempt, so you won't pay any capital gains tax from when you sell a sovereign, because it's classed as legal tender. Okay, and they're also exempt from VAT, so you will not pay VAT when you buy one of these. Okay, so that's a great another good reason to own one. I want to talk about a couple of other things. Um, Obviously, the Royal Mint, which is in the UK, they produce a sovereign, and obviously there's other mints around the world, very reputable, nothing wrong with them. The US Mint, this is a 10th ounce American Eagle, and this is a quarter ounce Britannia. Okay, so basically, I said around £500. So this now, a sovereign to buy right now, roughly at the time of making this video, is about £350. So you could realistically get yourself a sovereign, and you'd have a bit of change left over, and you could probably you I don't think you'd be able to get a 10th ounce. You may be able to get a 10th ounce coin for like 180 or something like that if you're lucky online. But I just want to go back to my original point. So a couple of tips here. When you're buying your sovereign, now the question is, where are you going to buy it from? And you go on eBay, or and you can see there's people left, right, and centre trying to sell you a sovereign. Now you'll go on the forums. You'll look all over the internet. There'll be people telling you, yeah, buy it here, buy it there. Don't do this, don't do that. The bottom line is, you're parting with, what is quite a large sum of money for a lot of people, and you need to make sure you don't get ripped off and you get a good coin. Now, what I would do is I would definitely go to one of the well-known bullion sites, UK bullion sites or gold sites, and if you're unsure, phone them up and speak to somebody first before making your order. I'm sure you can do it over the phone and open an account if you're worried about using your card details, and just buy one from them. Take the hit. You're going to pay a very premium on it because you're buying it from a dealer, okay? That could be anything between 4 to 10%. Don't worry about it. You just need to get the coin. You're not looking to sell this coin tomorrow morning or next week or next month. You've got to remember, you're buying this gold as a long-term investment, basically. I mean, probably, I would think, at least 3 years, if not 5 years. And I'm thinking 10, really. So you're not worried about, it's going to go up and down in value between now and in 10 years' time. Okay, so you're paying a few percent spot for the privilege of having a brand new coin delivered to you safely and securely and not getting scammed. I mean, here's an example. I bought the same sovereign basically on eBay, and I saved myself about £7, and what I ended up with is a legitimate sovereign, but it's got a mark. Terrible there. It's pretty dented, and it's not terrible condition. It's just been used and knocked around a bit. But in the picture, it wasn't the coin that I thought I was getting. And you know what? I would have rather paid another £7 or £8 and just got a brand new one for this year. I wish I had done that. I just if I was buying 50,000 coins in bulk, yeah, saving £7 on each one is a bargain. But try and get the best coin you can get. Get a new, clean coin, freshly minted. You don't want anything used. That's what you should be getting. If you're buying it from one of these sites, it's brand new. Make sure it's not a best value one or anything like that. It's second hand, been rattling around in somebody's pocket, or some kid's been colouring it in. You don't want that. Also, I would a couple of other things. So I did touch on the Britannia, which is obviously coin of the Royal Mint, very solid coin, nothing wrong with that. Again, they come in quarter ounce, 1 ounce, and 1/10. I would say that for a first coin, I mean, you could, I'm giving you my advice as somebody getting into this, that say you get a couple of coins and you realise it's not for you and you want to liquidate your portfolio, then I would say if you've got a couple of sovereigns, you're not going to lose much on them. You're going to shift them on easy. If you start getting fancier coins, it's not a fancy coin of Britannia, but if you start getting slightly fractional gold, like just stuff that's just not off the beaten track, you might have trouble shifting it, and you might take quite a loss on it. So at the end of the day, you're looking to buy this gold as a long-term investment, and it's nice to look at and get out. Nothing wrong with that. Looking at your items you've invested in. My advice as well is, if you're looking on eBay or any other second-hand websites, is to stay away from anything that's got a premium because of its numismatic qualities. And what that means is that it's got some extra value over and above its bullion value because of its year or date. So an example here is a sovereign that's 1899. Obviously it's over 100 years old. Now this, at the time, if I go back a few years, sovereigns were about £300. No, they were about £240 for a sovereign, and I think I paid about 290. So I paid about £50 over spot for this slabbed. It's called a slabbed coin, which has got a grade AU58, and they go up to, if you've got anything with 70, MS70, for example, is supposed to be like the best, pretty much. Obviously, it's an old coin. It's not going to be, if it's 500-year-old, 200-year-old coin, it's not going to be MS70. So don't worry about that too much. But I would say it's worth reading up on NGC slabbed coins and getting some, just knowing about them. But I would definitely stay away from buying one off eBay. You don't know what's going on. It's been hacked, cracked open. It is what it is. The idea is that with a slabbed coin is that you can look up on the NGC website, you can input this number, and you can verify that it is what it is and how many are made. Let's say, for example, this was the rarest sovereign in the world and there was only 3 in existence or whatever. Then I would look up this number and it would probably tell me there's only 3 slabbed in existence, and I'd be like, yeah, it is worth £10,000 or whatever. That's the whole point, that you're preserving this coin, and this company are assigning a value to it. The Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, American company. There are other ones. There's a PGCS, I think, which is the UK version. You can have your coins sent off and put in a slab if you want. I've had a few issues where I've taken a slabbed coin to a dealer and they've not been very happy about it. Actually, they just weren't interested. They were prepared to buy it, but they weren't prepared to give me a premium in any way for it, which I thought was a bit disappointing. It wasn't this coin, but it was another one. Some of the dealers that I've used, they're just happy. They don't really care whether it's like this. It's a sovereign's a sovereign. It's nice that it's in a case, obviously, and it's mint, pretty much, untouched. But it's still just 2 sovereigns, at the end of the day. So I hope that was useful, and that might help you with your first investment. But I would seriously, my biggest advice to you is avoid going to buying from people that you don't know, international companies you've never heard of. On eBay, for example, eBay can be great. You can buy some really good things, but until you know more, just avoid it like the plague. Don't buy someone else's tat. You stick with brand new sovereigns or brand new Britannias, you'll do well. And yeah, like I say, you could, if you can't afford, 1/10 of an ounce, you can get a Britannia in a 1/10 of an ounce, and you can get obviously you can get these eagles. There's other coins in 1/10 of an ounce. I would say that you it's still a valid option. You can pick these up for probably £170, £200. If you can't, you're going to pay more. So basically, that's one thing I forgot to say. You're going to pay a 1 ounce Britannia is going to have less of a premium than a 1/4 ounce Britannia or a 1/10 coin. Okay, so the smaller the gold, the more of a premium you're going to pay to own that. So what I would say is that it's still gold and it's fine. If you're going to sit on it for 20 years, then I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you like the coin, I see it as a way of saving. Once you buy a coin and you've got it in your hand, that money that you might have just wasted on something, you can't do it anymore. It's tied up. It's like a great way of saving, actually. So there's nothing wrong if you can just afford to buy 1/10 coin a month. 1/10 coin is good. That's excellent start. And if you like the gold bars, go for the gold bars. But my advice is, for your first ever coins, stick with a sovereign, and suss it out, get how the system works, do some reading up, and go from there. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. Any comments or questions, leave them on YouTube. See you soon.